Namaskar friends, myself Deepak Kumar Rath. I welcome you to the digital media of Uday India. Friends, in India Things today I want to speak about the much talked resignation of Sheikh Hasina and the emergency of military rule in Bangladesh. Its implications for South Asia and India. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has resigned from her post and departed from Dhaka amid violent protest. You have seen it in media. Various news agencies quoted sources as saying she is reportedly travelling to India. She and her sister have left Ganabhavan, the Prime Minister's official residence, for a safer place. A source told news agency AFP. And meanwhile, the Bangladesh army had given an ultimatum of 45 minutes to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to resign from her post. The sudden resignation of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has catapulted Bangladesh into a new era of political uncertainty. The immediate transition to military rule marks a significant departure from the country's democratic framework and has far-reaching implications for the region. Friends, today we will explore the impact of this abrupt shift, delve into the potential future trajectory of Bangladesh and analyze the repercussions for India and its strategic interest in South Asia. The political landscape of Bangladesh. Sheikh Hasina, leader of the Awami League, has been a dominant figure in Bangladeshi politics for decades. Under her leadership, the country experienced economic growth, infrastructural development, and a relatively stable political environment. However, her tenure was also marred by allegations of authoritarianism, human rights violations, and electoral irregularities. Her resignation therefore is a watershed moment, creating vacuum that the military has swiftly filled. The military's takeover suggests a response to perceived governance failures, economic challenges, and growing public discontent. Historically, military rule in Bangladesh has been marked by promises of restoring order and democracy, but often leads to prolonged autocratic governance. Actually, Dhaka had in 2018 abolished the reservation quota that reserved 30% of jobs for the family members of veterans who fought in Bangladesh in 1971 independence war. However, it was reinstated this month following court orders. The quota sparked peaceful protest at universities across Bangladesh a fortnight ago, and demands were raised to end the unfair discriminatory quota for government jobs. And this protest finally cost Sheikh Hasina her PM seat in Bangladesh. And if you see the impact of India and Bangladesh, Bangladesh share a 4,096 km long border, and maintaining security along this border is a paramount for India. Political instability and potential refugee inflows could strain border management, and additionally the resurgence of militant groups in Bangladesh could pose direct threats to India's internal security. India is one of the Bangladesh's largest trading partners, and economic turmoil in Bangladesh could impact bilateral trade. Indian investments in Bangladesh, particularly in sectors like textile, energy, and infrastructure, would suffer due to uncertain business environment. Bangladesh has been a strategic ally for India in counterbalancing Chinese influence in the region. The military regime's foreign policy orientation will be crucial. If the new regime leans towards China, India's strategic interest could be compromised necessitating a recalibration of its South Asian policy. India has a vested interest in regional stability. A stable and democratic Bangladesh contributes to a stable South Asia. The return to military rule undermines this stability and poses challenges for India's diplomatic and strategic efforts in the region. The China connection, if you will see, Bangladesh PM Sheikh Hasina recently visited Beijing on an official visit scheduled to run from 8 to 10 July 2024. Hasina returned a day early. Prime Minister Hasina was unhappy with two things. First, China made false promises on financial aid and only extended a loan of $100 million against the initially promised $5 billion loan. Secondly, Hasina was reportedly asked to present a Chinese 10-year re-education policy to counter Islamic culture and make Bangladeshi strongly accept the Chinese way of life, just as Pakistan did in 2010. According to sources, the second proposal hurt Hasina more than the first one, and she returned back to Dhaka a day earlier than the scheduled visit. Beijing's re-education policy is based on Chinese research bloggers who have portrayed Bangladesh in racist terms, and one such video is also doing the rounds on social media. Through education and student transfer programs in Bangladesh, Chinese intelligence agencies have infiltrated Bangladeshi universities. And as of today, 5 Chinese universities in Yunnan province are teaching Bangla language and cultures to students who are later sent to Dhaka to become intelligence assets and create funding channels for the student wing. Bangladeshi students, in a hope of better future and money through China, are being motivated to make more space for China against their own government policies. Student unions in Bangladesh, which stand firmly in defense of Islam, remain silent when asked about Chinese policy against Uyghur Muslims. Many Chinese students have set up their own business in Bangladesh, a policy China adopted in Africa and eventually destroyed their local market. In almost all international student conferences in Bangladesh, Pakistani students have always been present for better communication and coordination of discussions through backdoors. Students affiliated to Jamaat-e-Islami, Pakistan collaborate with students affiliated to Jamaat-e-Islam. Bangladesh, which is one of the common portals of the financial transactions and funding of riots and movements. Human intelligence capability of Pakistan, ISI, has played a vital role in raising Chinese funds to carry out the ongoing protests in Dhaka. China has extensively used Pakistan's ISI network to infiltrate student unions in Dhaka to the extent that it can paralyze Bangladesh's law and order. The ongoing protests in Dhaka are a trailer until Bangladesh cracks down on the Chinese student network. Keep in mind that China is not alone in this dangerous venture. These are violent protests are happening just because Sheikh Hasina rejected China's offer of a loan and Xi Jinping got angry. Therefore, we need to be more careful, because if anyone can compete with China in South Asia, it is only India. India's strategic response, if you will see, India will need to engage diplomatically with the new regime to safeguard its interests. This involves balancing criticism of human rights abuses with pragmatic cooperation on security and economic issues. We will see enhanced border security measures, including surveillance, fencing and joint patrols, will be necessary to manage potential security threats and refugee inflows. India could extend economic support to mitigate the impact of potential sanctions and economic disruptions in Bangladesh. Strengthening regional economic integration initiatives can also help stabilize the region. India may need to reinforce its strategic alliance with other South Asian countries to counterbalance any potential realignment of Bangladesh towards China. And enhanced cooperation with countries like Nepal, Bhutan and Sri Lanka will be very much crucial. And in conclusion, I can say that the resignation of Sheikh Hasina and the subsequent military takeover represented a significant turning point for Bangladesh and a broader South Asian region. The implications for the political stability, economic development and regional security are profound. For India, challenge lies in navigating this complex landscape to protect its strategic interests while promoting regional stability and democratic values. The coming months and years will be very critical in shaping the future trajectory of Bangladesh and its role in South Asian political arena. That's all for today. Stay tuned with Uday India and subscribe Uday India. Thank you.